Hey you guys, welcome back to another CZ Reacts, where you watch the fun, weird, crazy, and interesting and question everything. Real or fake, you decide. Let me know, leave it in the comments. I will meet you there. The video is for entertainment purposes only, so let's get into it.
So this is the ice machine. So you have just like your bottle of Sprite, just put it in here. You want to have your ice cold drink because it's torturing hot outside. Here you see an indication light. It's getting colder already.
Oh my gosh. Where is
Look,
this?
look. That's ice.
Wow.
Wow.
We need those here.
Chunk of ice right now. Okay, let me take a sip. Oh, ice cold.
Their ice machines and our ice machines are completely different. I really wish we had some of those. That I've never seen that. Like, why do we not have those? And where is that? Have you seen one of those? That is brilliant.
If you leave your hand on the longest, you keep it. And then they brought a tiger out. What is that, a lion? Okay, and he's gonna go to bite this guy. And he's like, I'm all about it. I think it's an M3 competition BMW.
I don't know. Do those cats like catnip? Like, I could see wearing a glove and, you know, good luck to everybody on their shoulder before it starts, and then get that glove away. I don't know. Heck no, I'm not trying it without like some planning. I don't know. Would you guys try that? That's crazy.
That is the last danger noodle you want to make angry. Let me tell you something. Meet the King Cobra. These cold-blooded elite buttons are only found in Asia. And it's the largest venomous snake on planet Earth, getting up to 20 feet long.
Oh.
That's 3 copies of LeBron James stacked on top of each other. No thank you. But the crazy part is they're not actually a species of cobra at all. They get the name King Cobra because their primary food source is other smaller cobras. They eat cobras. I would put that on my resume. But it's not just cobras. They'll eat all kinds of snakes, including various pit vipers, banded kraits, pythons. In fact, there was one documented case of one consuming a reticulated python. That's a reticulated python. Mix all of that with the fact that when they bite, they deliver enough venom to take down a full-grown elephant, and you'll understand why they're in a class of their own. Moral of the story, there's snakes, there's venomous snakes, and then there's the king. And as always, follow for more facts.
I knew they were dangerous, but damn, that puts it in perspective now when I see people doing these snake charming things. Like, why? Why?
This might be the world's craziest skyline tonight. Behind me, more than 11,000 drones are lifting up, lighting up the skyline of Chongqing tonight.
Oh, wow. That is crazy. Wow. I mean, are fireworks going to be a thing soon, do you guys think, with drone shows or light shows? Like, what they can do with these? Are fireworks going to slowly disappear, I wonder? I don't know. I mean, that was pretty, like, awesome to see, but it just made me think with, like, Canada Day coming up, and maybe in the future, fireworks will kind of disappear and drone shows might be a thing.
Do you want me to tell you what one of the worst punishments was that we could have been given as a kid growing up?
Sure.
One of the worst punishments was the fact that we had to stay inside.
What do you mean?
When we was punished, we had to stay inside.
How is that punishment again?
Because we weren't allowed outside, Tyler. See, this is the problem. Because you love being inside, that's not a punishment to you.
Mm-hmm.
Me saying to you, you have to stay inside, is that a punishment?
No.
This is... So, For us, because we loved being outside, because we loved running around, because we loved knocking for our friends, playing football, normal stuff, Tyler, because we loved doing that, our parents would take it away from us by telling us we had to stay inside. If I said to you, Tyler, you have to be outside for 8 hours, how would you feel?
That's a real punishment right there.
That's what I'm talking about. To you, a punishment is being outside because you love being inside. To us, a punishment was being inside because we love being outside. We're completely different, Tyler. We're just not the same. We're not the same, Tyler. We're not the same.
I mean, I know not all kids are the same, and to some kids, being grounded or stuck indoors is a punishment. But I feel like the majority, just like this young man here, it's not. They're so adapted to online and everything being indoors. I agree with him. Like, it was a punishment to not be allowed to go outside. 100%. What a different day and age.
This is why China are living in the year 5000, right? Just scanned the QR code on the side of my seat. We are going at 350 miles per hour. If you don't believe me, look out the window. Yeah, show them that it's like. And on this, it's got various restaurants, McDonald's, KFC, all your traditional ones. And you can order from here and they will deliver it at the next station. They will jump on the train and deliver it to you in your seat. So mental. I'm just going to go for
Top one.
this one. Yeah, Dirkspur. Dirkspur is China's version of KFC. I've never tried it before, so I'm going to give it a go.
Never
A bit
heard
of
of
fried chicken, Chinese style.
That's crazy. They delivered to the train station. When I used one of those apps for food way back when, I had to put in the gas station address that is like 2 roads over because I was out of their delivery zone. So I would have to leave and go meet them. And at that point, I don't know why I'm just not going to pick up my own damn food.
Don't feel safe, get off the airplane.
This is your captain speaking, but never like this.
I'll stop and we'll fly the airplane. Don't worry, I'm going to let my co-pilot fly it. He's a man. Okay?
It's a total meltdown. The pilot boarded in her street clothes and addressed the passengers over the intercom. Passenger Pam O'Neill couldn't believe what was happening.
She said, let's take a vote. How many of you would like to take off now with me dressed as I am, or would you prefer that I take 10 minutes to get changed into my cute little uniform? Then she started talking about her divorce and political candidates. And the minute she mentioned that, a gentleman stood up and just yelled, whoa, enough, you're scaring me.
Another passenger, Randy Reese, got up to leave and gave a running commentary on social media. I'm shaking right now. The captain demonstrated that she was not mentally in a safe space. She says, sorry, I'm going through a divorce. Uh-oh. The pilot also insulted a mixed-race couple on board.
Did I offend you? Okay, so did I purposely offend you? I did. The answer is yes.
The more she tried to convince everyone she was okay to fly, the more people got off.
Flight attendants, please disarm doors.
Anthony Roman is a retired pilot.
Everything went wrong on the flight. The captain clearly was in an emotional state and was having a breakdown. The right thing to do, you don't feel safe on an aircraft, is to take matters into your own hand and get up and leave that aircraft.
After 20 passengers insisted on getting off the United Airlines flight, the pilot quietly left the aircraft.
Oh no, you're talking about personal life issues? Yeah, I'm off the plane, but look how many people stay seated. They're comfortable or okay. Like I'm off the plane. I'm so gone. Like if I gotta shoulder check you to get past you, I'm off the plane. What about you? There's no way. What? This is a thing, like for real. This is the craziest, like... that is either like the best AI video ever or the coolest concept. I either way, real or not, I know you guys will leave it in the comments. Either way, that video was flipping awesome. Like, I loved it.
There's a man caught dumping sewage in a creek.
What the fuck are you doing? You don't dump your shit in the fucking creek, dude. It's cool. Got your license plate. Got your stupid face. Got your shit too. Don't say you're sorry. Call the sheriff.
Your stupid face. My guy, like, that just made me wonder how many tourist visitors to other places do that. Like, maybe didn't take in the information and understand it and didn't ask enough questions. Maybe they just don't care. Who knows? I'm not there. Your stupid face, like, into the creek. We have so many creeks here that are protected because they have so many salmon eggs, salmon in them. Like, wow. Oh my gosh. That is probably happening a lot more than we know.
Fortunately, we are here again. Teenage powerlifting champion, only 17, died when 600-pound bar and weights fall on her neck during practice. If you're squeamish, I guess skip ahead a few seconds, but we're gonna see what really happened here. And by the way, 600 pounds, remarkable in of itself, the fact that she can even unrack this.
That's her spotter.
The spotter's incompetent. Yes. Same as Justin Vicky, that incident that happened, I think, a couple years ago now. A lot of these spotters, even if they are so-called coaches, whatever, they have no idea what they're doing. Even so, it is not the spotter's fault for not saving her. Who can you reasonably expect to stop 600 pounds, even go down more, 400, 300 pounds? Who can you expect to stop these very heavy weights from plummeting toward the earth? Now, that said, if he is her coach, he should not have set this up in the first place. That is true. So you notice right here, the spotter, you see his grip. He is holding the bar pretty much right on her shoulders. Assuming that he could have done anything here, which he could not have, it's sure as hell not going to happen up here. Okay, if you're going to do a single person spot from behind, which is not really going to work. If you see powerlifting competitions, there's always at least one person each side because you need to be able to get the weight up from the sides. The center mass is the hardest part. But if you're going to do that, you grab around right here, right? You kind of go under and harness them like this. That gives you much more leverage. Trying to do something up here, there's no leverage. There's no way you could possibly hope to do anything. Unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, like, condolences to the family. I couldn't even imagine your teenagers doing something grand like that, bodybuilding. I just saw, like, you know, she's on a platform stepping down. Just the question, why? That is so sad. It's so scary, and it's so sad and so unfortunate that every precaution is not taken. And he said again, so I don't know how many stories of these he has, but one is too many.
You guys how to make somebody laugh?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
I said you're a cat.
I can't.
I thought he was actually handing me the keys.
When I knew that he was going to come over to me, I thought that's going to make me laugh.
And you didn't. And you know why you didn't? Because you took it as a competition. And that's an interesting thing I want to talk about. Why would we ever choose to be less happy so we could show strength?
That's that pride, bro.
Interesting.
That's that pride.
That's
do you feel,
a good
like
perspective.
manliness is something that you're trying to sell or something that you need to be? What's your deal with the laughing situation here?
I'm warming up to the fact that I'm adjusting to your character. He's giving you the keys.
I think I warmed up to you too.
That was actually funny. That actually made me laugh.
I'll say actually.
I had a really nice trick actually. When she fries stuff, how she keeps them crispy is she would literally put a plastic bag in the oil.
A plastic bag?
A plastic bag. So whatever she was frying, the plastic bag would just dissolve and just kind of
the plastic bag.
Wait, the plastic bag
bag
would fuse into the chicken?
Yeah, and that's what makes it
you
crispy.
eat it? Huh?
That's
Wait,
what makes it
so
crispy.
you're eating the plastic that fused to the chicken?
Well, as soon as I found out that she was doing that, I stopped.
Oh my
Wait,
god!
is this, I don't know. Should we call someone?
No, it's all good.
What's your name?
I'm not gonna.
What's her name?
I'm not gonna say what her name is. My grandma had a really nice trick, actually.
That can't be real. Like, that just can't be real. It can't be real. Okay, I don't know, you guys. What else would you put chicken in that maybe something edible? Put chicken in the oil that would fuse. Let's eliminate the plastic because that cannot be a thing. Like, I would just want to hope that grandma did not do that.
One of the cleanest foods in India, hand-pulled rice. It even broke the Guinness World Record for the cleanest food. Firstly, experienced chefs clean the iron pot with a towel, then pour in unused butter. After adding onions for flavor, fresh pork and beef are washed. The hygiene-conscious boss doesn't use water from the Ganges. Instead, the cleanest water from the Nile River is used for cleaning. After repeated washing 3 times, the clean beef is poured into the iron pot, and stir-fried salt and spices are added to remove any fishy smell. The aroma of the beef gradually fills the air. Next, the boss adds pre-soaked Thai rice. Although these rice grains look ordinary, they actually come from the largest farms in the United States, selling for $100 for 100 grams, using a long spatula to mix the rice and meat evenly, covering the pot with a wooden lid, and then covering it with a thick blanket. This not only cooks the food quickly, but also prevents the aroma from escaping. Patiently steam cooked until all the moisture evaporates. The rice is plated and garnished with a few carrot shreds, a clean and hygienic, and only costing 3 cents. Hand-pulled rice is ready to be enjoyed. Would you like to give it a try?
That is nuts. Like, that made me hungry. Like, yeah, I would want to try that. And if we were able to see the process of things being cooked and cleaned and whatnot, I feel like I'd be more inclined to eat out more. That looked amazing. I did enjoy that. 3 cents? Yeah, what about you? Would you try it?
That's a 16-year-old.
I thought that they were always cement, maybe wooden at one point. I did not know ever at any point in time that they were metal.
This art studio reimagined popular kids' play toys as adult versions. And some people say they've gone a little bit too far. And I honestly couldn't tell you which one's my favorite, but all of these are, I think, reminiscent of Fisher-Price toys. So the company is called Shampooty. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. And they're actually selling these. So these aren't just art exhibit toys. They're actually for sale. And they're a few $100s each depending on the scale and the caliber of the product. But nonetheless, these are bringing back old nostalgic memories from when I was a child, but in the strangest way. I think we can all agree that we had at least 1 or 2 of these, but the regular version growing up. I certainly didn't have a Fisher-Price switchblade or butterfly knife. But you know what? Now that I think about it, it might have been kind of cool to have one of those. If you're looking to pick any of these up, just Google Shampooty, and I'm sure it'll be the first thing that pops up. I think these would make an excellent birthday gift or fun gag at a party. But let me know in the comments which one you think is the coolest.
Some of those were insane. I could see a ton of people enjoying and laughing. And yeah, I think a gag gift would be probably appropriate. But I don't know that I would buy any of them for myself. I'm not gonna guess. I always get it wrong when I think I know what they're making. Okay, I was gonna say they look like cologne bottles, perfume bottles. Okay.
Have you guys heard that thing about the night vision goggles?
No.
In Vietnam?
I heard the color. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
Explain
Wow,
this to me.
This is weird, dude. So, You know, night vision now, it's green.
Yep.
You know.
Yay.
But in the Vietnam War, the night vision goggles that they were issued were red light.
Okay.
And like multiple people in the US military that were using them were seeing what they're reporting as flying demons.
Ooh, stop.
And so there's an instance where they're flying these helicopters in Vietnam. It was a safe zone, no hostility, and then the gunner in the back just started shooting, and the pilot's like, "What are you shooting at?" And all the other helicopters are like, and they start shooting.
They all saw the same thing?
This guy, he was like panicked, and he's like sweating, and like it looked like he was like seeing a demon.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What are you shooting at?" He's like, "The demon."
Did they actually change night vision from red to green? If so, is that true, what he just said, and is that why? No. Oh my god. So hot. I thought we were the test dummies in the 90s, so y'all didn't have to be doing that today. Like, why are people still doing that today?
My God, look at all this actual evidence. All the stuff with the structure that lines up exactly with the stories of Atlantis. It's fucking wild.
So just to run down real quick, Plato had described Atlantis as being the capital, which was said to be made up of concentric circles, 3 of water, 2 of land, which matches the Richat structure. It also was said to have an opening to the sea at the south. It was said to have mountains to the north. There was said to be an abundance of elephants, which is one reason why Atlantis would have been in Africa. Another little detail that most people aren't aware of, because they think of Atlantis like, oh, must be at the bottom of the ocean. Well, that's not exactly how Plato worded it. He did describe that the aftermath of Atlantis followed a catastrophic event involving water. What was left of Atlantis was reeds of grass and a shoal of mud. And what people don't realize is that Sahara Africa, up until about 4,500 to 5,000 years ago, was totally green. It had the largest network of rivers ever known to exist. It had the largest freshwater lake ever known to exist.
They should be like, oh my God.
Do you think there was an Atlantis? And if so, where do you think the remains of it are? Drop it in the comments. What? Oh my god. I hate cardio. I think that was genius. Oh my god, you're so cool.
Stay still for me so people will go past.
My God, the Shimmer pants.
What is that?
No way.
Gone back, I close them again. See it there? A 3 of them, what that?
I don't know how the editing works where you could do that for 2 different shots or views. Do you guys think that was real or AI somehow done? I want to be like maybe some CGI something, but I don't know.
This is Japan's smallest takoyaki stall. The owner has to crawl into his restaurant every day but earns $15,000 a month from this stall. The stall is located in Osaka's most luxurious area. Though it's only 3 square meters, its rent is as high as $2,500. This stall doesn't even have a door. The owner, Jiro, is a former rugby player. He's tall, but has developed a hunchback from years of working at this tiny stall. When he arrives at the restaurant, Jiro goes next door to fetch the ice needed for making drinks and his carefully prepared meat broth. After everything is ready, Jiro takes the seasonings and climbs into his stall. Since he has to crawl in every day, Jiro wears knee pads for protection. The stall is so small that when he makes takoyaki, it gets extremely hot inside. Jiro used to work at a larger takoyaki shop with air conditioning, where he could sit down and take breaks. But he decided to have his own stall instead. Here, he can hear many stories and talk to customers about a lot of things. Once the shop opens, many customers soon arrive. Due to the unique design of his stall and the delicious takoyaki, Jiro has a lot of fans. Customers are curious about the stall, and Jiro enthusiastically shares stories about Osaka with them. Engaging with customers is the most enjoyable part of his day. During business hours, customers keep coming, and they always leave satisfied.
That is some dedication to be doing every day, but that's also the type of business that I would love to give my money to. I love that.
This truck driver crashed in Camden, New Jersey.
You good? Yeah, I'm good. Oh my God, Bobby. I don't know what happened. You fall asleep? No. Okay, you'll be all right. Go before that bitch blows up.
He asked the other guy what happened. Like, hang it up. Hang it up.
Check this out. I'm gonna zoom in, I'm zooming in, and what is that? It is now dead center in the moon. Come on, camera. Straighten out. Straighten out. Looks like a hole or something. Yo! Check this out. I'm gonna zoom in, I'm zooming in, and what is that? It is now dead.
That is beautiful. Whoa.
Can you hold the fucking light straight?
All right, you guys, I am going to end it there. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. Leave it in the comments. I'll meet you there. Do not forget to question everything. And until next time, stay safe.